Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the bottom of the barrel of invite playoffs. We're in the lower bracket round one between Ford Gaming and the elusive Cafe Monster Rebirth. My name is Ro. I'm here with Tambo, and we've got Console the cameraman rocking us through this. We're on our first map of 3 after a hefty delay because the ESEA admins had not prepared the servers for our matches tonight. But that's okay. We're here now. We've got sunshine. Talk to me, Tambo. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Oh, dude, I requested to cast this game because I think it's going to be such a good one. I really like both of these teams, and I think they've put in some real work this season, especially on the side of F150. A lot of players really stepped up, and it's interesting to see this kind of clash with these teams because you would think that Cafe Monster with their star-studded roster would be, upper bracket final, something like that. But Invite is so strong this season that we actually see them in, like you said, lower bracket round one. So I'm excited for this. I really think there's some hard hitters on both teams. What do you think?
Well, tell me some of those hard hitters on your preferred team. Go for it. Lay it on
Uh,
me.
well,
Who
I
are the
just
hard
think
hitters on Cafe?
I think the scout combo of Cafe is like almost unstoppable. Reimu and High Five have been so good this entire season. Obviously, High Five having that second place finish. And Delpo, there's nothing to be said about Delpo. He's a god. He's unbeatable. And we're actually going to go live and see it live right now.
We got Aim and Garbuglio rounding off the soldiers for Cafe Monster and Zilly on Medic. And then over on the side of Ford Game, we've got May the Medic stepping in for Bear while he's off across the pond with Jarrett Demo, Sai Soldier, Trip Soldier, Sandblast, and Yosh as the scouts. Take it away, Tambo.
Alright, so we got the first mid coming out here. We see Garbuglio a bit fast on this rollout. Going to be able to pressure Jarrett literally out of the choke completely. So he needs an arrow, and Cafe are just going to get aggressive right off the bat because of that. So they're jumping in left here. They're going to be taking the side. Looks like F150 wants to meet them, but now they're kind of stuck in the corner. So the positioning is definitely on the side of Cafe Monster here as they are double bombing in, and they're going to be able to kill Sai. Frags are not really being exchanged on the side of F150. They do get Zilly, so this mid has been salvaged, and they're just going to run out choke.
Yeah, they're all cooped up, no soldiers to help them play that extra defense, so they're going to have to back off, play very passive. No stragglers on the side of Cafe Monster. They're playing this very cautiously, but Garbuglio has found his target, lands none of the rockets on May, not a one, and Aim follows up with only a little bit of splash, but then that was just enough pressure coming out from High Five and Reimu to get the Force, or May, all the way down to about 40 HP before popping it off finally. So they will have not really any Uber advantage because Zilly had just spawned up and wasn't really healing at all. Delpo playing tight defense on last. It's going to be very tricky for Cafe Monster to recuperate.
Yeah, we were talking about this before the match started, but May is stepping in for Baradactyl, and he does have the skills to pay the bills, I'll tell you what, as Sandblast does find Garbuglio in the backfield. Actually, both soldiers for Cafe going down, as Delpo gonna double pipe two people. Oh my goodness. Frags being exchanged everywhere in lobby and yard. Looks like not really certain who gets the better of it here. I mean, May is alive, so I guess they do have the Uber advantage. So I'm gonna expect to see Cafe Monster build a gun up now, maybe get a heavy to defend this last point, and it was really good of F150 to get that kill onto Zilly.
What's interesting here is Reimu's actually opting to snipe the left side, which arguably wouldn't get a pick if they're going to be going in, especially with a significant advantage. They're going to want to try and pop it early, get as deep as possible, so Reimu not really going to get a lot of coverage on this side, in my opinion. But we'll see how it unfolds, as right now Ford Gaming are trying to clear some room into this battlements. They've got their medic working over to the left side, the right side. Which will it be? Tambo, I can't watch. You got to walk it through it.
Alright, well, it looks like they're going to go right side here, and that gun is going to be behind the point. Jarrett bombing in, going to be able to take it out pretty quickly. Time on point already! Stickies do not blast Sandblast off the point, so we're going to see a lot of cap time already on the side of F150. Scout playing the point again, and they're going to be able to cap it just like that. That was incredible play from Sandblast there to get on the point really quickly, shoot the couple stickies that were on the point away, and then just get like 75% of the point capped. You have the other team needing to rush to the point, and then there's easy frags.
Ford Gaming already gunning out the gate, and they're taking it up to this next mid where Delpo has tried to get an early stick out of Jarrett, who is very weak. Gonna get the arrow up just in time though. No worries here. A little bit of pressure from Sandblast trying to get control of this Tetris area so Trip can go forward. Does a ton of damage to Raymu, and Sandblast follows through before getting stickied off by Delpo, but a couple of rockets comes out and knocks Mr. Zilly all the way into the alley. He can't escape the final rocket of Trip. Delpo is hitting pipes like a madman, but it's not going to matter. Jarrett pulls out the bottle, doing a much better job of defending his medic on Ford Gaming. So they're going to have their Uber advantage once again, but Delpo and AIM are hungry for more.
Yeah, they wanted to chase a little bit in, but they just F-150 just got completely out to last, and a good job by them. As Zilly just spawning now means that they're going to have that full ad. And like you said, Delpo on that last round and this round is already destroying people. It's incredible that even though he can lose a round, he's able to do so much work, and even though he lost his medic, you know, he's able to get those 2-3 kills in almost every exchange. And as we see F-150 go into Cafe.
Oh, but Garbuglio with the early frag onto Sandblast, who strayed too far from his partner in crime. May is going to be rotating out. They still have the Uber advantage, but the number advantage is just too significant for them to make any plays here. Not going to be able to send any players in, not going to be using this Uber to try and get some ground. They're just going to be holding on to it because they are worried about a leapfrog situation. And Delpo got his bottle out, just checking what's on across the choke. Looks like we're going to be evening things out and seeing who's going to initiate on these first waves of sacks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on this team, on Cafe Monster, they're probably going to just maybe fake a push and then sack their roamer through choke or something like that. Some common invite strategies. They're actually going to rotate their heals into this valley area as they are buffing up Garbuglio. Looks like High Five is going to take some eyes into this area as Garbuglio does jump in now, maybe making just a bit of a distraction. And as you can see, they're being really nuanced as where they're going to sack from, as Garbuglio actually just does jump right through this valley. A really nice high bomb. Not going to be able to hit May because he is very elusive. Like I said before, the counter sack comes in, no damage on either medics. That's the life of roamer.
Yeah, and Raymu behind as well. I'm not sure how many people saw this happen. Definitely going to be an opportunity. No, Sai is fully aware of it, going straight for the kill. Not going to be getting any shots here. Going to back up with the rest of the team while the exchange is happening. They're trying to get some players through. It looks like they are going to commit to it. A little bit of damage comes through. A lot of pressure off this patio around the lighthouse, and they're going to have to back off here. Losing Raymu was just a little too rough. They had an opportunity for the pincer, but they backed off wisely, hoping to maintain their defensive superiority despite the number disadvantage.
Yeah, I didn't even see Raymu get behind. There was potential for a play there, but it was a good job by Sai to spot out the dungeon push really quick, and a good job by Sandblast to clean up that frag. So we're going to have a reset here. Probably going to see more of the same, more of Garbuglio, you know, padding his death stats. And maybe we can see another behind play here. I'd like to see that again. I feel like it can work.
Oh, but here comes Garbuglio. Tries to go through the choke and immediately shotgun down by Saigai himself, and then a follow-up. This man cannot be stopped. We were talking earlier, if we gave Saigai the Valve rocket launcher, he would still switch to shotgun and still frag like a madman, and he's showing it tonight. Big bomb comes through, puts a lot of damage onto Zilly, who will be backing up into the cafe, trying to get the health pack. No follow-up from the rest of the squad. Ford Gaming is just not supporting their team. I think one more player sent in could have done just enough, maybe, to get that force or pressure them into a drop. But they are playing it very cautiously. This is their tournament ESEA lifeline on the line, and Raymu opting to snipe now from Valley.
Yeah. There's something to be said about the final season of ESEA, and I think we're seeing both of these teams play a bit more passively, you know, maybe just trying to feel the other team out. Usually you don't see like the really deep plays come in until later in the game when time becomes an issue, but we do see Raymu actually trying to scope up Valley here, getting denied pretty hard, can't even get a shot off. But looks like she's gonna peek Valley, and unfortunately still isn't able to even scope up. It's a really good job by Jarrett to lock this point off without exposing himself, but it looks like she's gonna be able to. No, she's just gonna rotate out, and this map, it's pretty difficult to snipe on considering that big wall that's in front of Choke and like how easy it is to stuff Valley. But yeah, I like this rotation into Cafe. I think she might be able to get an angle here on the left side.
Yeah, and Jarrett wisely rotating his stickies there. There's actually a potential for Garbuglio to push forward while the stickies were focused in Valley. Cafe is typically hard to push out of for fear of those stickies, but Not going to happen there. Instead, Jarrett now fully aware of the cafe presence, and Valley being open could be a potential for maybe a little bit of aggression. There comes Saigai, who jumps right in, trying to take down the sniper immediately, but he can't quite get the 2 rockets off. The fully healed sniper survives and is ready to go back in once again. They might expect a rotation here because of that good damage, but no, Reimu's committing. Going to be rotated through choke. Can't quite see any targets though. She's still not finding it, but here it is. Sandblast overextends, trying to get out of that sight line, but it didn't work out. Now the bombs are coming in from Garbugliu's, locking off May straight into the corner. Very high pressure, and AIM takes out Jarrett. The Uber is forced off, and there's nothing they can do about it. They're rushing desperately. Yosh getting a nice little lead shot from the Rap Assassin, but all these players are collapsing. They get 1 consolation prize, the sniper, and May will escape. They do manage to get the Uber off as well, so it will be even Ubers, but the numbers might be enough for getting this last round.
Yeah, we do see Cafe Monster a little bit slow into this push into last, but it looks like they're just going to regroup. No ads to be had, so it looks like a reset situation is in order, but we see Cafe Monster slowly inching their way into this last, as that was a long-winded fight there on second, but these high invite teams, you know, they can take just 1 pick and turn it into 2 just like that. It's like the theory of rolling picks, you know, as soon as you get a kill somewhere, people are going to be rotating, the eyes aren't going to be, you know, watching everything like they normally are, and they were able to get 2 picks into that second point, and now they're going to be willing to sack over and over until they can get either a force out or a demo kill or something like that. We have plenty of snipers on the side of both teams, so I'm sure we'll see some duels.
Yeah, Rainbow opting to go for the very precarious, very tunnel vision-y angle from lower dungeon. Yosh rotates quickly. He knows, he sees it, tries to get a shot on Garbuglio, but he just barely dodges it. And now Yosh is fully aware of it, rotating back and forth. We'll see. Reimu very overextended. Not going to be committing too far, but still desperate to get that shot. But with the way these teams are playing, they're hiding behind these angles. They know they can't get into the sight line, but that's exactly what they need. They can use this opportunity to get a soldier in, try and land on May's head, and get the force off here. We'll see what they keep doing. A little bit of pressure from lower. Garbuglio tries to go for it. He finds his opportunity, but bounces his head, yet miraculously doesn't get out. He almost got out, but botched his jump to escape, and will go down for it. So now forward has an opportunity to go for a frag. Sandblast is deep. He's weaving through these lobbies, but finally goes down after a rocket sniper combo. Not much doing there.
Yeah, we see no gun on the side of Ford Gaming, just this sniper. So we're probably going to see a push right after the sniper gets a kill on the side of Reimu. That's usually the way it goes if there is no engineer, which they haven't spotted. So I'm expecting an exchange here soon enough. And to push out of this last, it's quite difficult if you have an engineer, so I understand their sentiment, as we do see another sack from Garbuglio, getting May down pretty weak. I don't know about this positioning, to be quite honest. I know it's not really in any sniper angles as AIM also comes in, not able to get a rocket, and May, once again, dodging and weaving through these rockets.
Man, if AIM just was like prepared to go in a little bit faster, there was potential to get May there, because when you're hiding there, there's no health packs. You do 100 damage to the medic, they're not going to be fully healing anytime soon. So they're going to be rushing through the dungeon, trying to wrap through this combo. They get the force off, but they don't have any any leverage in this fight. They're going to have to back off now, just getting 1 exchange for another. And Reimu is still on sniper. Going to be pulling some more shots here in a moment. And the positioning might be just at the right timing. Oh, Jarrett almost caught in that sideline. We'll back off here. And I don't think... AIM is actually kind of committing here, going for a push here. I'm not sure if they might go to it. No, Saigai bounces away, so they're not going to get that frag during that exchange in the choke. So it looks like things are going to more or less even out.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous position for Ford Gaming, because as soon as the blue team gets a pick, they can be more aggressive in lobby and have their sniper get even more sight lines. Because there's not flank players to watch everything as closely, so we're probably going to see, you know, another pick here sooner or later on the side of Cafe Monster, and I'm pretty sure Reimu's going to make some magic happen. I would keep my eye on her.
The angle is ready. No one to see though, so not going to work out. But again, this positioning is just ripe for a bomb, and Garbuglio, Sai, they're both rotating around this lower dungeon entrance, and Delpa also getting a lot of aggression here. So much potential for a soldier bomb, and Garbuglio, he just needs to know the right timing. He has to feel it in his bones and get it right. But unfortunately, it's not presenting itself, and May happy as a clam sitting behind here. Ramu gets picked off by the stickies coming out from Jarrett. Trip tries to counter sack, but goes down to Garbuglio. The rest of Cafe Monster are backed out into second, playing a little bit more passively outside of these lobby entrances. But Ford Gaming is not going to be pushing their luck at this point.
Oh, we see another sack on the side from AIM, actually getting blasted in super deep and taken out pretty quickly. 2 picks on the side for Ford Gaming. I'd really like to see them get aggressive here, considering they don't have a gun. I'd like to see them either take an exchange or an Uber out, as Sandblast is lower left with May, and they are getting some space here, as Side Guy does go down, but the Uber forced out from both teams now. Still 2 down on the side of Cafe, but Ford Gaming not getting any kills with their Uber once again is just going to have to go back to last.
Oh, and the aggression is coming out, but they don't have any openings. The stickies are gone, and they're trying to commit to it, but the scout is overextended, and Delpo might go down, but he has enough stickies to cover his end. And a couple players die on the side of Cafe. This is a really good opportunity for them to push out here. Ford Gaming is all at their last still. They've got 2 picks, and just now kind of working their way forward here based on their positioning after that exchange. And Trip goes down, meaning that that's going to be probably the end of it. They're just too discouraged. Not having a fast enough action.
Yeah, this can be a pretty good situation for Ford Gaming if they keep playing it this way. As a push is coming in on that left side from AIM, initiating everything. Not going to be taken down yet. Both players on the side of Cafe Monster so weak. A bomb comes in from Trip, able to take out AIM and Delpo. As the Ubers have not been popped out yet by the side of May. And Silly's so weak with 99%, I'm not sure if he even had it. Pistol down by Yosh. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. About 1 tick away from getting to the other side of Choke. Pistol down. So unfortunate.
Gambled and lost, and that is not the position Cafe Monster wants to be in. They're already down 1 round, and it looks like Ford Gaming is taking mid almost uncontested. Just a couple spam pipes from Delpo, who might even get caught out here. A nice little juggle rocket. The cap will go off, and they're going to have their medic onto the point, but it's going to be very tough for Cafe Monster to continue this defense. They're all bunched up inside the lighthouse, and there's a lot of aggression coming out. Leading the charge is May, going straight through. Sandblast is calling it. He's going for it now, trying to find a target, but he's too scatterbrained. He can't find it. The rest of the Ford Gaming is playing all on the outskirts. The flank cannot escape, and Cafe Monster will lose a couple players during that exchange. This is their opportunity. They're pushing to the right side. There's stickies on the point. Delpo is not playing defense on the entrances, and the bomb comes in, takes down Zilly. It's going to be just enough. They're going to cap it off, and Ford Gaming takes a commanding lead, 2-0. Only about maybe 15, 16 minutes left on the clock.
Anyone who is saying that Sai can't jump and isn't versatile and a waddler, I want you to watch that push, because he went so deep for that kill on Zilly, and it was really important that he did that too, because the spawns were coming up. So great job by Sai to secure that round. As we see the mid fight starting off, both teams gonna probably meet on this left side, as Delpo pushing left pretty aggressively, is going to be hit with a couple stickies, so they're going to rotate out. Sai Guy going to jump the choke, die pretty quickly, as good positioning here on the side of Ford Gaming though. Really good height by both scouts, as yes, Zilly is very weak, has to get the Cafe pack. Looks like they're going to be another mid on the side of Ford Gaming.
But it's not over yet. Cafe Monster is pushing through their own Cafe and getting a lot of ground here. A bomb from Garbuglio is going to do enough to take out Jarrett with a little help from Delpo, who's picked up his 2nd frag and is not letting up. He's going through the choke with the help of High Five. They are trying to take this fight into second before they've even captured. They might be overextending here, but Sandblast is ripe for the picking. High Five is so committed. He can't follow through, though. They're going to have to back up to the choke and just focus on finishing this cap, getting their forward spawn for Garbuglio. He's actually just going to be rocket jumping from spawn. But it looks like they've managed to secure mid at the very least. And even Ubers on both sides mean it's time for Cafe Monster to pull some interesting sacks. Some trying going for, you know, the good stuff. Try and get that force.
Yeah, they were able to break this hold last time, so I'd like to see them do some similar things. As Garbuglio, I think he fails his jump and choke, so he's going to rotate out of there. It's just every single time it seems like Ford Gaming gets a point, they keep rolling it with that momentum. And I'd like to see them keep doing it, because by my estimation they're the underdogs in this match. So if you want to make something happen, you have to be aggressive, as the sack coming in from Garbuglio isn't going to do much. Trip Boy down to pretty low health, but we'll probably see a counter sack come out, if not some off classes, and we'll see this game slow down a bit right now, I bet.
Yosh was very close to doing something there right after that counter sack, but he backed off wisely. And Tambo, I think I gotta be honest. I want to know what is the strat here with sacking, trying to get a pick here. If you're offense pushing into Ford.
Well, the idea is that by some miracle, Garbuglio is going to be able to jump through choke and force May, which it's possible, and we've seen plenty of frag clips with just this exact same situation, but May's movement is so good and the positioning for Ford Gaming is so defensive right now. We can see May completely behind the point. The bomb is going to be spotted instantly as Garbuglio is in again, maybe trying to get a kill on the soldier. Yeah, he's not just looking for the medic here. A kill on the soldier or demo is going to have momentum for Cafe to do some more stuff. Like I said before, continue to roll picks as soon as you get one. That's how you get points in this type of high-level game. But it's just so difficult for someone like Garbuglio. Not saying, you know, he's not an incredibly skilled player. I'm just saying Ford Gaming is very, very healthy at all times, and Scout is a very good class.
Yeah, very, very strong defensively speaking. When you've got free reign to just click and shoot, the greatest point-and-click adventure of a Scout's life. And Garbuglio tries to make it tough, but there's only so much you can do when everyone is looking for you. They have nothing else to do. By all means, they're going to be shooting you down at every turn. But he tries his best. Almost got him, like you said. Almost got that pick onto Saigai. But right now, there's a lot of aggression coming out. They're clearing out the stickies and making some room through the cafe. It might be enough to commit, but they need to have a soldier ready to bomb. Garbuglio is nowhere to be found. Aim is just sitting at the choke very passively. And High Five dies for his efforts. Countersack comes in from Saigai. But a nice little juggle comes out from both the soldiers. Ooh. Saigai desperately trying to get some shotguns in. He does pick off Aim at the very least, and that's going to be enough initiative for the Ford Gaming push.
Yep, Sandblast coming right through this cafe here. Looks like it might be a solo Uber as they do pop the Uber out. Double very weak. Both Ubers are going to be exchanged. It looks like it's going to be a bit better for the side of Cafe, but they are flashing multiple times. Sandblast staying in on Garbuglio. Going to get him down pretty low. Jarrett going down in the backfield, but Yosh and Sandblast doing a lot of work on this mid-fight. Ooh, but May goes down to Reimu in the choke of Ford Gaming, but it's a 2v2, 2v3 situation here. It looks like Ford Gaming might take the better of this unless some good rockets are hit. No one's ready to commit. Oh, but Reimu, not today.
Yeah, Aim, right as you said good rockets to hit, he smashes his face with a rocket against the wall. But thankfully, Trip, very low on HP, gonna have to back off here. I was gonna say Aim tactically died early in that exchange so we could have enough health to save the mid, but it was Reimu who did all the work, and Trip cleaned up. Now we're back to, once again, setting up a defense, and Sandblast has opted to take that sniper class in lieu of Yosh.
Oh no!
Who is significantly better in my opinion.
Yeah, that's...
But we'll see what Sandblast can put, what he can turn up as he's sniping from battlements. Okay.
The thing is, Sandblast is a really, really good sniper. He can hang with the rest of Invite, but Yosh is like one of the best snipers in the game, so I don't see how it makes sense. Maybe Yosh is just feeling cold on the class or something, but oh, actually this, I didn't realize this, but they do have a bit of an ad here on the side of Cafe. Oh, side forcing the Uber so quickly. Everyone's going to be able to leave, and the counterfrag onto Aim, except, ooh, they actually do get Jarrett, and Trip's pretty low in the backfield. So we could see a repush here as May is almost up on his Uber, but a great job from side there to force the Uber really early in Cafe.
Yeah, things are really looking up for it. Maybe Cafe Monster can turn some kind of defense, though, because with Ford Gaming with this advantage, it's going to be very likely that they're going to try and steamroll this. Defensively speaking, Zilly's in a good position to get out and leapfrog this Uber. Garbuglio tries to go for a bomb through the shutter, but it doesn't work out. May, in the pit of despair, almost getting spammed out, but thankfully it does not meet up with any of that. Aim very low on health, and Cafe Monster have picked up 2 critical frags here. Yosh as well as Saigai. So now they're going to be walking forward here. They're just maybe not going to get the Uber in time, though, because the respawns are very quick right now. But they're probably going to commit to it because they're so close to the Uber. And they do send in one person, Aim, getting a ton of damage on Jarrett, who hits a nice little pipe while he's getting juggled. And now Zilly's committing to it, but now it's a little bit too much for them. They're going to have to back off here. 3 down for their... all scattered on waves. They're all spawning about 6 seconds between them all. So they're going to be staggered while Ford Gaming walks in for free.
Yeah, that was a really great job from Ford Gaming to not really get too caught up in that that 2-player disadvantage there. Oh, actually, May is going to be able to hold this Uber. Oh no, Sandblast calls for it to chase out the medic into choke. Really good call from Sandblast there. Going to be able to take out Zilly. Jarrett getting kills in the backfield, not dying. That's very, very important. Sandblast going to go down, but the kill on Zilly is all they needed. And that soldier bomb from Garbuglio is not going to be able to do much. He's behind right now, and chaos is going on the point. Oh, Garbuglio is going to be able to... Oh, no. Jarrett Not today. Air traffic control.
He hit all 3 of his last kills were in the air. He killed 2 of them while getting juggled and bombed, and then the last one was in defense of his medic. I mean, Jarrett is just living up to the call of what you said, Delpo being a beast at Demo Man. Jarrett is definitely meeting that bar and exceeding it, perhaps, with all these insane frags. And we'll see what the rest of Ford Gaming can do, following his lead, his example, as they currently have a huge Uber advantage, and they're taking it through the valley.
Yeah, I mentioned the experience on the side of Cafe Monster, but it doesn't really seem to be phasing Ford Gaming as they are hitting their shots, doing great work as the Uber is forced right through this valley area. High Five going to be able to get taken down too, so the flank of Cafe Monster down for now, but 70% ad means they're probably going to be able to leapfrog this back in a second. But I really want to, give accolades to Ford Gaming right now as they are stepping up. Like you said, Jarrett really meeting expectations and exceeding them. It's hard not to fear Delpo when you're in the server against him, but it looks like Jared, he's giving him no mind.
Yeah, who is this man I'm walking into? I got nothing to worry about but these stickies. And they're making their way on defense now. They have the Uber forced off from Cafe, which is going to be very good for them if they can get all their players out. Not a single player has fallen. It's Yosh in the back lines, pulling a big whopper of a swapper. He just pulled all these players in so many different directions and managed to get enough time delayed for Ford Gaming to take in this Uber into the lobby. Garbugo tries to sneak out through the dungeon. The cap is almost finished off on second, and High Five is doing his best to take out all these players, but Sandblast finishes it off with a nice little pistol shot, and now Cafe is in a desperate attempt to defend. Delpo is 4 seconds from spawning, and the push is coming in. Nice little air shot, though, to knock Sandblast. He's down to 1 HP and survives. But Saigai goes down while he tries to recommit, and the respawns are up for Cafe Monster, so that's going to be the end of this push for now. Even Ubers, though, so it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah, that was a really big opportunity for Ford Gaming to seal this half, but they're actually playing a bit passive right now as Cafe Monster pushing out of this lower left side. It looks like they're willing to give up this point basically for free. I don't really know. Oh, Jarrett! The debt of a lifetime! That's basically going to secure the half for them. That was an incredible heads-up trap. I believe it was on the lower right area. I didn't quite see, but Zilly definitely saw a little too late, I think. As full Uber ad now from Ford Gaming, pushing in this left side. This is standard right here. I don't think they're going to mess this up. Only the respawns coming in now is the Uber finally getting popped off, everyone getting flashed. This is going to be the half, I'm pretty sure, bro.
I don't know, there's still stickies on point, and Delpo and Mew are not giving up. The respawn aim has also come to the point, getting some good damage onto these players. Delpo is still full HP with a buff, and he's throwing in his pipes. There's a lot of soldiers and a lot of scouts rotating left and right. The pistols are flying. Delpo still has enough. He can make it work for it, but Saigai has the shotgun and the health to succeed. That was not over. Cafe Monster gave a very valiant effort, but it's looking like Sandblast and Squad have made their pick very appropriately. This was their choice map.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really give too much credit. I was just in awe of Jarrett's performance at half, but Sandblast calls for those Ubers were fantastic despite one pushing into second. Usually you'll see the more heavily favored team, in this case Cafe Monster, able to kite Ubers a bit better and, go a bit deeper with their Ubers and get more kills, but Sandblast and May so far have been very, very coordinated and very, very of the same mind in a sense. They're trying to chase the medic out, they're getting the frags onto Delpo when he's not even overextended, he's just back in the back line. Sandblast is calling for those Ubers and he's reading where Delpo is going to be backing up, so a great job by Sandblast and May so far. And let's check out some stats.
So when I look at the stats, Jarrett is top in the charts with the most damage in the server. Close behind him, though, is Sandblast and Saigai. Also, very good frags overall exchanged between Yosh and Sandblast, 21 and 19 respectively. And 3 of their players are below 10 deaths, as well as May, only 1 death.
Yeah, May with 1 death to Zilly's 10. That'll do it right there. If anything else, it's not necessarily Zilly's fault, obviously. When your team dies, you as medic usually die. But that just goes to show that most of these team fights are going Ford Gaming's way, even though it looked pretty stalemate in parts of that first half. Ford took it convincingly in most situations, so I'm really glad to see that their pick is working out, like you said. And if you will refresh my memory, what is the second map? What is
It is
Cafe's
snake
pick?
water.
It'll be interesting to see that. I shouldn't even be talking about that right now because this isn't
Yeah, we got a
over.
second half.
Yeah,
Come
I'm gonna
on.
say. I mean, I'm just saying that looked really dominant to me, and I think they can. Cafe Monster can turn it around, but I'm surprised to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because Sunshine has this like niche of being, hey, if we specialize this one map, we will always win one map in our best of threes. And I don't know. I don't want to get like too deep into like a meta discussion of what it means to like specialize in maps so that you can, pull off some crazy stuff. I mean, that's why we have bans in this pick ban format. But having those specialized maps that no one can really defend against. We're talking about things like Product in the other match we have tonight, Froyotech versus Ascent. These specialized maps make it maybe just a little bit too hard for teams to really compete on even ground. So hopefully a more standardized map like Snakewater could show us a much more even bout and hopefully maybe a Cafe win.
Yeah, I want to say a map 3 to be honest. I'm enjoying this a lot. It's interesting that you brought up specialized maps and like Froyo on Product because they have such a dominant record on that map across all teams. Like there was that one time I think Sandblast team took 3 rounds off them, but they quickly responded by getting reverse 4-0'd. But the thing with Froyo is that like kind of all of the maps are their specialized maps because they don't really lose. But it is definitely a factor in these non-Froyo teams. Like, I'm not sure what Ford Gaming's history is on Sunshine, but I can't imagine they didn't expect something like this was going to happen. Sandblast knows what he's doing. For all the memes that are made about him, he's an incredible player. He always has been. And he's showing right now that he can hang with the best. He can hang with High Five. He can hang with Reimu, even though basically everyone on Cafe has seen a grand final or has won a grand final. Ford Gaming, every player on their team is doing their role extremely well right now.
Exactly, and I think a more well-rounded team is showing the better of it. I mean, points for effort, Garbuglio and Aim definitely finding those bombs and doing those opportunities, but we haven't seen the fruits of those labors. It's really just been all Dopo, a little bit of High Five, Reimu not quite getting the best use of the sniper, and of course, Zilly not quite surviving. I mean, that one pistol shot as he's escaping out through the choke, just so close to escape and dying. Those kind of deaths add up, and it shows in the stats.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if Sandblast and May are going to continue to be able to play this type of style because they have a very specific way of playing. It's almost reminiscent of Ascent back in the day. I don't remember if it was when Sandblast was on the team. But whenever Sandblast is playing, he has a very specific way he wants to play, and usually the center of the team is around him, and it can work. Just as we've seen Bani do it for 20 seasons in a row now, or something like that. It can work, and Sandblast is showing that maybe Bani isn't the only one who can take these Ubers that deep and who can call these like extremely aggressive pushes. So far, I've seen that, but I hope he can just keep it up through the rest of the series because that would be very interesting to watch.
I'm mostly interested right now in the sentry gun placement in Valley. Oh, Aim, he got it.
Good job, Aim.
So yeah, we've talked. Is this a tournament or a tournament?
I don't know. Yeah. You'd think these guys with work, like they said, a couple of them were talking about how they work at 8 a.m. You would think they'd want to get going, but discussing strategies, discussing how they're going to bounce back. I'm sure Cafe Monster isn't going to be playing the exact same way. Oh, actually, we are starting the second half here. If you want to take us away.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We got the matches live. Everyone's getting poised for their rollout. Delpo making his way from the dungeon to the top, out the lobby, through the choke. Not going Valley for the first time, and in the last 3 mids, trying to change it up against Ford Gaming, but not connecting any good stickies at the start. Waiting desperately inside of the Cafe safety. It's arrowed up, and Ford Gaming has done a full rotation. They made their way all the way around, but Jarrett has been disconnected in the process. Meanwhile, Trip launches Zilly into the corner, knocks him down at the rock by Tetris, and Saigai is desperate to get some shotgun ammo out. May is heads up against Reimu, who's got the last shot that she needs to take him down. This is all Sandblast as he just sits still and plays the sentry
Oh,
gun. Just sitting still and aiming his pistol, getting the taunt kill.
some mental
Moves on.
warfare. I mean, Reimu killed your medic. I don't know why you're taunting. I mean, she did her job, but I guess mental warfare is in play here. Potentially a tilt factor coming in when you're down 3-0, but I don't think it's going to phase either team. Is Cafe Monster actually going to go for this repush straight off the bat? It looks like Ford Game is going to instantly shut that down, though, with that high ground advantage on the top of Bell Tower. So it's going to even out here, and as this time goes down, I usually mention it when I cast, but it's a very important concept that stalemates become less they become less important for your team, or it becomes more important to break the stalemate the longer the game goes on, obviously. So for the side of Cafe Monster, obviously the half just started, but we're probably going to see them make more desperate plays if Ford Gaming is able to, keep these stalemates going, keep these, 5 or 6 minute holds going, and they're trying to do that with the sniper right now. So you can see the strategy of the game starting to kind of slow down, and I hope that Cafe can break it.
Yeah, that actually gives a lot of freedom and liberty. Is we're at the desperation point. We either lose by playing passively, or we try something crazy risky and it works. And that also adds a little bit of fun factor to it. If you want to have like a big motivation for your team, do dumb things or really coordinated, interesting ideas, let them pay off, and then feel really good about it. So when you go into the next game, you'll feel a lot better, or even just the next round, you'll feel like you can pull this around. Meanwhile, Trip is working his way through the cafe, but is going to meet up with Garbuglio. Not going to get any good shots off, though, and Garbuglio's trying to rotate, get some health. Valley is open for business, though. We do see a bomb coming out from Saigai, trying to get on top of that fence, but it doesn't go any further than that. Yosh is baiting as much as he can, trying to get one little sight line, but it will not work. He's going to have to commit at this point.
Yeah, Yosh pretty deep in this valley, and he's probably going to be rotating out now as the stickies are coming in. But the sniper doesn't just... The point of the sniper is frags being traded by both soldiers on both sides. The point of the sniper isn't just to get the medic kill in this situation. The point is that if the Cafe Monster team wants to come in any sort of aggressive push, they're going to have to pop first because they're afraid of that sniper, as they should be. It also means that Ford Gaming doesn't have to really sack. They can just play the waiting game. Oh, actually, Cafe Monster coming in through this cafe area now. Just a counter sack here. AIM trying to get behind. Gonna meet up with Saigai. No air shots. Looks like AIM's gonna get the better of it, and he's behind. This is the perfect opportunity for Cafe Monster to push in, as they do actually Uber on. Like I said, right off the bat, May gonna be able to milk it, but as AIM is behind, and Garbuglio, 3 players behind on the side of Cafe Monster now, the combo of Ford Gaming is caught. They cannot get out. They're going to die in Valley if everything goes well. I'm not sure. Yep, high five on May, as well as Delpo, and this should be around. Great job.
Yeah, Cafe Monster did a good job. Like you said, that pincer effect is so strong, no matter what level you're at. If you have players behind and you've got your combo split one way or the other, 2 players rushing into 3 or 4 is not going to survive, even with all the Uber you can use, change, milking it and whatnot. But Yosh, hide behind, could actually make something happen here.
Yeah, Yosh
really important
on sniper in the forward spawn as he's gonna get this call probably. No one on Ford Gaming. Oh, they know. I don't know if Delpo is just reading this or he realizes that they haven't capped before Yosh spawned, but they know he's in forward, so he's probably not going to be able to do anything. As Uber's about to come out on the side of Cafe Monster, they're probably not even worried about Yosh at this point. Looks like they're going to go top right here with their demo. Yep, he's going to be leading it right through this. He's going to be leading the charge, trying to kill the gun right off the bat. High five comes in a bit late. The kite goes to the left side, and point is being trapped, but a lot of cap time. Sandblast up on heavy. Going to be denying the point for now. Garbuglio with the kill on side, but frag's being traded out, and everyone on low ground for Cafe. You can't win off the low ground in this situation. You kind of have to, like, meet them from height. So, looks like they're going to be trying to get out. Actually, High Five gets 2 really insane kills in the back. Delpo pushing in from lower once again with their medic. This is going to go Cafe's side, I think. A 2v2 situation. Both players so weak on the side of Ford Gaming. 99%! 99%! Oh my god. 1 second later, May would have had Uber and it would have been over, but great job by Delpo and Zilly to edge that cap out. That was fantastic play from both of those players.
Cafe now has the pendulum swinging in their favor. Delpo once again through the choke. It worked once, why not again? Trying to make their way through this, get a little bit of early damage on the scouts. Not really connecting anything at this point, but Garbuglio ready to get a little bit aggressive here onto the right side and then reconvene onto this Tetris. Does manage to get a little bit of damage onto Side Guy, but he will go down in response. AIM doing so much work with his rockets, and it's Trip desperate to get through the choke here. He's very low on HP, going to grab the health pack in Cafe. May is getting bombed by AIM, and AIM is down to 1 HP, survives, but Trip is on full HP, and he has got his target locked. He doesn't have the distance.
Yeah, this is more of what I was expecting on the mids from Cafe. They're considered to be the better team, so they need to play aggressive on these mids. Playing passively is really not going to net you much if the bombs from the other team are actually doing something. So they said, you know what, screw it. I'm tired of waiting. I'm just going to bomb myself, and it worked out. AIM with those 2 clutch frags up top, able to secure the mid. And even last round, AIM with that really good kill in Valley against Psy, that 1v1, was able to secure that pincer. So really great job by AIM right now, leading his team back into this as the same Uber is going to come out. Sandblast going to be able to get into spawn. Sentry Gun only level 1, going to go down to Delpo. And it looks like both teams are trying to trade position on this right side, but a lot of cap time on the point. Sandblast up on heavy, high five once again, getting a bunch of these late kills, but Delpo going to be singled out. And really good hold, really good kite there by Ford Gaming.
So Cafe Monster sent so many bodies because they were of this idea that, hey, the cap almost went off last time, let's try that again. But this time Delpo wasn't baiting the point with sticks, so when there were like 3 or 4 people on the point, including a late heavy spawn, there was just no way to punish it, and so they just threw a lot of splash damage, killed all their players, and then cleaned house with a full health heavy to work its way through. So Cafe Monster not getting the best of that last push, but they still have an opportunity to play defense here with a small disadvantage, and it's going to be up to Ford Gaming. A nice bomb comes from Garuglio, trying to put a little bit of pressure onto May.
Reimu,
Nice shot!
Yes. Good job by Reimu there. I didn't know if you saw, but she was on the Tetris on the right side with that very small pixel angle, able to get the shot onto May. Super clutch shot to shut down the aggression from Ford Gaming. I was so excited when I saw her at that shot because I didn't know if May was going to be able to see her and pop the Uber, or you know, get out of the way quick enough. So great job from Reimu there, still on sniper, and able to secure a full ad push into last for her team.
Our control point is being captured.
Right into position. Full Uber in Cafe's hands. I like where this is headed. They've got AIM scoping things out left and right. High five is also ready. They got their sniper here. While they're on a small ad, here comes Delpo with the bomb. He's going to try and wrap through, but the sentry's on the completely opposite side. Finally goes down quickly, though. And now High Five trying to do his strat of playing this corner, getting some stickies. Reimu playing the passive sniper during this whole fight, and it could be an opportunity for Saigai to put a ton of damage. Pudis, aka Yosh, is walking through here, and AIM kills himself. Feels bad, man. But defense is looking very tight for Ford Gaming as they are parking it, and now swapping back into drive.
Yeah, Reimu unfortunately didn't really hit any of the shots that she needed to hit in order to be effective on the last point. Obviously, a sniper can be really, really deadly on Sunshine last if the shots are hit, but the cards just weren't there, and Delpo Zuber was able to kill the gun, but not much else. As Sandblast is now calling for a push right through Cafe. I'm not sure if they spotted it. Looks like they're going to maybe fake that and go choke. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. They have a super big ad. Yeah, they're actually going to go choke and try and take this for free. Sandblast coming in on the right side. Going to be able to spot that high bomb coming into choke. A sniper still on the side of Cafe Monster. Gabrielio going to get a nice force there in the choke. 2 picks now from Ford Gaming. If they can roll this, Zilly is not going to be able to have a Zuber, but Jarrett dying is going to slow everything down.
Yeah, no Ford defense in the hands of Jarrett. They're still holding on to Reimu, which could be a deficit in this significant demo advantage. She's actually going to be backing off right now, which is very good. If the timing is right, they might just have enough where Ford Gaming won't have their Uber when they push. Jarrett now up on the respawn, though. Not going to be stopped by his respawn timer. He'll be setting up on this mid, and Cafe Monster is taking their namesake, I would hope, but no, it's just Cafe. And they are going through. It's Trip right above the awning. Trying to get a little bit of damage on the high five here, and there's the drop from Jarrett.
Jarrett, not making too much noise so far in this half, but just an incredible pipe there to drop. Zilly going right through. I don't even know if he saw the pipe. It was so fast. It was so well timed, and that's so unfortunate for Cafe Monster. They battled really, really hard in this round. They even dropped May earlier, but they weren't able to secure the round. I think they had 1 or 2 failed last pushes, so now with this Uber advantage coming in, they're going to try the same thing on Ford Gaming. I'm sure they're going to try a pretty similar Uber, and let's see if they're going to be able to capitalize.
Yeah, this is the tough spot when you're on defense. Silly definitely making the wise decision of trying to work out this Uber advantage as close as you can, because that 1% from that previous round could have been the difference for Ford Gaming's defense. And every second counts at this spot. Trying not to take too much spam. Garbuglio also trying to rotate out. These soldiers are not going to be fully buffed at the end of this fight. And it looks like the Uber is taking a lot of ground. Garbuglio goes down, but Trip and Jarrett fall immediately to the hands of AIM. That doesn't matter when you just cap.
Yeah, that was a perfectly executed last push. It was really unfortunate. Garbuglio jumped top left as the Uber was coming in and really got taken down early, so he wasn't able to jump the point, and that's why they were able to get so much cap time. But great push there from Ford Gaming, able to secure another round. Yeah, 4-1 now, so match point. As they're trying to push, I believe, onto this right side. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be mirroring this mid. Both teams taking positioning. No one's really caught out quite yet. Really aggressive on point is High Five, as the bombs are coming in now from Garbuglio in Valley. Not able to get any frags or damage quite yet, but aim on that upper area. Going to be able to get some good damage on Jarrett, but Jarrett shuts him down with that pipe. 3v4 situation now, as bombs are coming in on the side of F-150. Ooh, Psy not going to be able to get too much damage. 3v3 situation now. Both teams are going to be able to get... Oh no! Cafe Monster nowhere close to the Uber, only at about 87%. Great job from Sandblast to continuously build that whole time. As he's going to be able to take this fight into 2 scouts. Oh my god, May hits 2 arrows on each of the scouts. That was insane. He did more damage than Sandblast.
And now the respawns are up from both sides. AIM taking control of this bell tower, trying to hold these scouts at back. They don't have the upward momentum to take some ground, and Trip Y able to come in and secure that position for his team. But the respawns are again so strong on both sides. It's basically a second mid fight, and we're already a minute and a half into this round. Garbuglio, oh no, Trip straight into the medic, gets Zilly, and then a follow-up from the scouts is going to secure them a ton of frags. Garbuglio desperate to get a frag. He picks off Yosh, but lands at the feet of Saigai, and it's one more play from Reimu, doing some good jobs, taking out Yosh. Tries to snake her way into May. Can she do it? So close. One little pipe is all it's going to take, and with a full health soldier trying to go in, it's going to be nothing doing. And backs off. Can't quite find his route to May, and May will survive.
Yeah, May playing a perfect cat and mouse game right there. Able to duck into Cafe, dodge all the damage from Reimu, dodge all the damage from AIM, and with full Uber ad, they're going to be able to push into this valley. I hope they're going to be able to get it for free, but no, Ubers get popped off pretty quickly. Sandblast calling for another one of these super aggressive Ubers right into the heart of Cafe Monster, and it looks like frags are going to be traded. Cafe Monster probably going to be able to fight this, yeah, right through the shutter door. Some bombs coming in straight up off the rip from AIM. Going to be able to take down Trip in the back, probably, yeah. Reimu and AIM singling out Trip. High Five gets traded off, though, so going to be even numbers here going into the third mid-fight, potentially, of the round, as Cafe Monster postures up in Valley. Both teams on even numbers at this point, but forward spawn's going to be coming in for Ford Gaming, as I believe Cafe is, yeah, just going to call it off.
A lot of rotations, though, from the bombing soldiers, rotating in and out. Garbuglio will go down, trading with Sandblast, though, so this is going to be somehow a better advantage for Cafe. They're working their way through, trying to get the ground, and Ford Gaming is letting them have it. They're going to have their Uber for second, though. So it's looking like Cafe are once again in that position of, we need to do some plays, we need to create some ground, some way or another. And I think this is time for them to pull out those risks, pull out all the stops, and just roll with it.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and take an exchange here. I'm not sure if they have enough not necessarily time, but patience to continuously sack over and over. I think they would be better off taking an aggressive exchange or trying to get somebody behind. No off-classes on either side, so potentially a sack into a sniper play, but like I said earlier, as the time goes on, the advantage becomes more and more on Ford Gaming's side, but it looks like, yeah, like I said, they're going to try and take this aggressive exchange right through Cafe, but Saigai, once again, forcing the Uber really quickly. He's going to be very weak post, but it looks like a player is going to be caught out. That is High Five on that left side, and things are going to reset now.
Yeah, I really wish they did what you said, try and get some players through at the same time so that they can do a pincer effect, but it works out for their favor because they're getting all the frags they need, and Trip is going to be the third to fall. Really good openings now as Yosh is backing out through Valley, May and Jared are all the way to the shutter, and Cafe lost not a soul to that counter push. So Ford Gaming is back to their last, trying to hold on to it, and we'll see what kind of rally can be brought together from the Cafe Monsters rebirth.
Yeah, excellent kind of aggression there from Cafe Monster. They baited Sandblast and company into that midpoint and just perfectly danced around the cafe area and cleaned up a couple kills. And they were able to get second point off of it. So hopefully they are going to use this small ad that I think they know they have. No, they only had like a 20 ad, so I don't think they knew. They actually do think they have an ad, but they don't quite anymore. So 95% Uber on the side of May. Oh, but Jared goes down very, very early. If they don't get any counter frags here, this could be great for the side of Cafe Monster. But ooh, frags going off in the backfield. You don't really want to commit that many players to something like that, especially off only one pick. So now they're going to lose second. It's unfortunate that happened, but like I said, as time goes on, you're going to see these desperation plays continuously happen because they have no choice.
Yeah, when you're in a corner with nowhere else to go, the only way through is forward. The Cafe Monster not able to throw themselves against the enemy. One more attempt comes out from AIM, and a little bit of help somehow manages to pull it through. No heals on the side of Ford Gaming, so this is Cafe Monster's opening. They're going to try and get some players in, but Remu goes down to the pipe spam from Jarrett, who's locking down this patio, throwing in some good damage. One bomb from Trip is all it's going to take to swing this tide. Looks very tough, but they're going to commit to it. There's a back cap happening on mid though. Sandblast trying to throw things back, and AIM
that was a wall
surfs
shot.
his way into a rocket and gets taken down, and Trip quickly rotates back to the valley and escapes with his life. High five though, not going to let up anything else here. They're going to commit to the second point because it is theirs for the taking, and they've got such a significant advantage here with May going down earlier. Ford Gaming is very desperate to try and hold on to this, but the Uber gets forced off into the lobby. It's going to be Delpo pulling off some nice pipes and chasing desperately in. Jarrett goes down, which means there's not going to be any extra defense coming out here. Just a heavy who's not going to be able to walk forward in time. They're going to have to rush before this point gets capped off. It's 2 times. And the scouts have rushed over here. It's the bomb coming in from the soldier, and Garbuglio finishes it off for his team and caps it off. This is not the end of Cafe's road. They are taking it in strides. And Ford Gaming is left by the wayside.
That was really unfortunate. Trip was trying to stop the second point. He walked in through dungeon and was just like 1 or 2 ticks away from being able to stop the capper. But yeah, nice job by Cafe, able to win that round, secure the victory. But unfortunate from Trip there. As we do go into this mid-fight here, is both teams going to be once again changing positions, rotating sides. Garbuglio already in the choke, so it looks like they're going to be pushing a bit more aggressively once again on the side of Cafe Monster. AIM with a ridiculously high bomb into both scouts, making everyone look at him for a short period of time. Remu able to capitalize on that. Walks in, kills May, kills the scout, doesn't matter. But Cafe Monster, once again, with that aggressive mid-fight, with both soldiers bombing, able to take this mid, and Trip and company gonna leave. Sandblast, once again, was trying to hide, maybe for a potential play, but Saigai stuck behind now means that... Oh, Trip actually coming in! Sandblast, unexpectedly, going right back into that cafe. I thought they had it locked down, but I guess not. Saigai once again trying to come in as well, but great heads-up play by Trip and Sandblast there. Very important.
Yeah, Sandblast knew that the only play at this point was to get a sack, and he needed to time it perfectly. So he crouched by that Tetris, heard the call for the bomb, and just immediately locked onto his target. So significant advantage in the hand of Ford Gaming. They're going to be working this for their advantage because with a 4-2 lead, all you really need to do is put the time on the clock. By taking over mid, by taking over second, if you can make it a 2-rounder, everything is in your favor to win this game. And right now, Ford Gaming is setting up for a cafe push, and we'll see how it unfolds. Tambo, I'm nervous.
I am too. I really don't want them to fail this push or lose their medic or anything brutal like that, but Sandblast already going down in this push. He's usually the ones leading things here, so it's going to be a bit awkward going forward. They need to use this advantage. They can't let Cafe bully them like this. Many players weak on both sides, and a back cap coming in now. That's, I believe, Remu in the backfield. We're going to see everyone on Ford Gaming go back for it. And yes, Remu finally gets taken down, but that was a great play on the side of Cafe to stall things out. negate the Uber advantage, but actually losing 2 here without Uber quite yet could spell disaster for them, as Ford Gaming very, very aggressive through this choke point. I like this aggression coming in from Trip. Many people are going to be looking at him here, actually going to get the frag onto Delpo. This is going to open things up, I think. No respawns on the side of Cafe yet. Looks like their Uber is going to come out. Yes, it's going to come out first. The exchange going to be much better for May, finally popping it off. And it looks like Sandblast is going to be calling to chase this medic out, as he always does. Zilly very, very far away, so he's not going to be able to get him. And we're going to see even numbers here on both teams. Respawns coming in on the side of Cafe Monster first, and they're going to get forward, so unless they get frags here on Ford Gaming, they're not going to be able to stay. Aim very weak. Sandblast gets 2 kills in the backfield, and Sai gets the medic. This is great for Ford Gaming. Counter bombs coming in. May is completely safe in the choke. 150 health. No one's going to be able to touch him. Except for high five, maybe.
Yeah, don't put my boy down. He is not letting up. Brutus! Oh, but he gets taken down by some nice pistol work. That's going to be the end of that. I actually wanted to make a comment because Cafe actually had a really interesting setup. Aim jumped in, and that pushed Sandblast back, and now he's jumped in a second time to open up some ground for Reimu to push forward. But Yosh is too healthy. He's taking all these heals, and Aim is desperate to try and get something else to happen here. Garbuglia, though, double soldiers connecting onto this choke. It's going to get the force off onto May. Not going to be risking that at all, but Delpa falls, and Garbuglia will fall as well. Aim only now just rotating over to get the health pack and maybe try and make something happen with the choke. Yosh going to be doing some nice damage there. And Saigai also convening onto this lower lobby area, trying to pull some players in, and the bomb comes in from the choke, and the rush is in. Reimu can't hold up to it, and Zilly might get juggled into oblivion, but just barely escapes, and they will be able to pull an escape here. Wow. I mean, with the way Cafe was playing, they had potential to turn it. They had just the right amount of aggression at just the right moments to allow the rest of the team to come in through all of those fights. But at the end of the day, Ford Gaming still has that significant Uber advantage to work with, and they just hold on to it, push forward, and make these plays, get the ground, and Cafe just seems shook.
Oh, yes, they are shook, but there's no time to be shook, bro, as the Uber does come out. Jarrett instantly getting taken down by the double bomb from Delpo and Saigai as well, but Yosh on Spy. I didn't see this until right now, but everyone committing into the backfield. Actually, Sandblast at last. Ubering into last. We're going to see Zilly go down as well as the medic. This is a very, very awkward position for both teams. They're going to be pushing into last. Yosh is just pistoling people as Spy. I don't understand. He's going to be able to get high five down, and May not dying for a 10 kill streak. Sandblast and May taking the exchange into left. I didn't even see them. They were just off doing an adventure, and it worked out with the Spy. That was such a scrappy fight.
But all that matters is being the last two alive to finish that cap. And it looks like Ford Gaming have definitely taken the lead in this drag race of life for ESEA. But Cafe Monster Rebirth, they've got their pick coming up soon. We can quickly go over the stats, head to a short break, and then we'll be ready to roll as soon as the server comes up with our next map. Tambo, any change in the stats, anything of substantial value?
Well, if you consider 48 and 18 substantial, then Sandblast has substantiated his claims to being one of the best scouts in the game right now, because he is absolutely eating the server along with May. May still with only 9 deaths through that whole scrappy half. Zilly up to 20 right now. They need to change something really quick, because Sandblast and company are just taking this server and literally munching on it. I don't know how else to describe it. They're doing so well. Every single push going so deep, going perfectly as far as they need to, and getting out except for a couple times. But you know, that's the type of style they're playing, and it's working really well. I hope they can keep it up.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We also have a score update for y'all that are hanging out with us on Team Fortress TV 2 at the time of this cast. The score update is 4-2. I assume for the first map. And Froyotech has 4 points. Second half only just started, so I assume Froyotech quickly grabbed their 4th round, but it's not over yet. So that is the update. Thank you for joining us all the same. If there's nothing else to talk about, Tambo, I think we can go to break.
Yeah, I'm ready for some water.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some water, maybe some soup, because I am looking forward to potentially a 3rd map, but we'll have to see how it unfolds as we go to Snakewater next. Console, take us to your sultry music, and hope to see you guys soon. Things are rolling, folks. Thank you for sticking around. We'll be Live soon here. It's Ford Gaming versus Cafe Monster Rebirth. We're set up here in Snakewater. My name is Ro. Tambo, my co-caster here, is ready to talk to you. But first, don't forget our cameraman console. Tambo, how you feeling about this matchup on this map, the Cafe Monster pick?
Well, if I was rooting for Cafe Monster before, I'm definitely rooting for them now because I want to see a third map really bad, and I know a couple people don't on both teams because they have work early in the morning, but we got TF2 to be played, and that's more important, okay?
Yeah, this is the legacy of ESEA coming down to a boil. We need to see which team is going to be facing off the loser of the Freyotech versus Ascent match. And they're going to be the ones who have a potential to bring an upset in the lower bracket finals to take on the winner of that bout. Quick update. An interesting anecdote is that Metalworks would be an RGB LAN 4 decider map.
Oh yeah, it wasn't necessarily both of the ESEA teams, player for player, but I believe most people on most teams were there. I was there, and I met all these cool fellas, and that match was interesting to watch at RGB. So I'm assuming it's going to be just as interesting here in ESEA with the full rosters and everyone practiced up. So hopefully we do get to go to that third map. I feel like Cafe Monster, if they don't come out of the gate strong, there's a potential for, some more landslide situations where Sandblast is just taking deboobers and, winning round after round. But I don't think that's going to happen. It seemed like the aggression was there for Cafe Monster in the second half of that game. It just a couple unfortunate misplays and some really good plays by the side of Ford Gaming on their pick really just closed out the game. So I didn't actually mention this at the end of the last game, but big shoutouts to Yosh as well. I believe he went like 33 and 18. I didn't even mention it. So great job on the flank scout, outperforming the flank scout on the side of Cafe Monster, and just an overall great job by the scouts on Ford Gaming that map.
And actually, that's close to what I wanted to discuss. With Snakewater being the kind of mid it is, I tend to think that soldiers have a fairly large impact on how it goes. So with that in mind, where do you think the soldiers stack up when it's Cafe versus Ford Gaming? Because Ford Gaming has Guy as well as Trip, but I mean Cafe Monster has Aim as well as Garbuglio. Like, it feels very close, but I'm not very wise. So you tell me. Where do you think these soldiers stack up versus each other? Who has the edge? Who has the scales tipped in their favor?
It's really hard to tell, honestly. Trip is an amazing jumper, and Garbuglio has just been consistently one of the best roamers in the game for a long time. This is the first time I think Trip has been in a situation where like he can get third place or fourth. No, he's gotten fourth place before, but he's never gotten third. I don't think. Garbuglio obviously famously getting second multiple times in a row, so he's used to this kind of pressure. So I would give the advantage to Cafe Monster just because of how seasoned they are. Aim obviously winning invite on pocket with Freyotech. So he knows what to do. He has the skills. He has everything in his tool set to have very effective mids. But the thing is, Ford Gaming, their mids have been fantastic so far, and I think it largely has to do with the aggression of Trip and the change up in playstyle that Sai has brought, because we saw them in when they were still in winners bracket. Sai was, he wasn't necessarily as versatile as he needed to be on process specifically. He wasn't really jumping in, wasn't really committing himself in team fights, but this time it seems like he's changed all of that up. He realizes his mistake, that's what good players do, they adapt. So I would give it to the Cafe Monster, but Ford Gaming, they have what it takes.
Didn't Sai also play on Freyotech though?
Yeah, no, he did. He played Pocket on Freo too. It's just that in terms of pure experience, Trip, not being in this position before, I would say that the experience is still in Cafe Monster's hands because they have, number one, number two players consistently, But not to take away from Sai. Sai is amazing.
Yeah, no, Sai is consistently the most interesting projectile player in Invite, in my opinion, because I've only known him as Sign Guy, the demo man with Conscientious Objector, but he really turned me on my head when I saw him play Sai Guy the Soldier. And I'm very curious to see how he continues that legacy as we already go going to our next mid. The first mid of this Snake Water. Take it away.
Okay, so we have Delpo early on. Gonna be pushing this left side, gonna be sticking this left house area as bomb's coming in, a fake bomb there from AIM. Garbuglio gonna be behind, so the aggression on the side of Cafe, just like I wanted to see. AIM's gonna be able to take down Saiga, no one looking at him yet. Garbuglio taken down in the backfield, but all the positioning, once again, on the side of Cafe Monster. They're gonna be able to spam this out maybe, but ooh, AIM once again recommitting, not able to find May, but able to find Jarrett, and that's gonna put the nail in the coffin, I think. Actually, it's a 3v3 situation, so if Sandblast was really brave, he could run into both of these scouts. And I think that's exactly what he's gonna do.
99% at 11 HP. Easily pops it off and keeps his scouts alive. They're chasing down Sandblast, but they're going to have to think better of it because, hey, the respawns are up and you don't have mid. So they hold off for just a moment. And Ford Gaming has a moment's respite on their second to set up for this defense. With a Saigai poised above the lower grass area, so potential for a pick shortly. But no. High Five and the rest of the Cafe crew have rotated over to the Saw and are now trying to get some ground that way.
Yeah, this is an interesting position because F-150 has about a 20 ad. I'm not sure that they know about it. They've been building super well throughout this entire series, so I don't think they're going to push off of it, but it is there if they need to pop Uber. We're probably going to see some sacks. Unlike Sunshine, this is a map where sacks are usually have a higher success rate. You can sack into Sunshine second 100 times and maybe get the Force 5 if you're playing against a good invite team. But you know, this map plenty of potential to go behind, plenty of potential to dry fight in yard. So we're gonna see some interest. Oh,
interesting bombs that immediately get met with sticky traps. And AIM goes for a defensive play against Trip, who was trying to go in quickly through the window. AIM got to take a little Rap Assassin present, wait for the health pack, and now the aggression comes out from Cafe. They decide, hey, one-man advantage, who needs it? We're just going to bomb in, get some nice damage onto May, who's very desperate to dance around these pipes. Really close to losing it there, but Cafe Monster, they remain vigilant. They're going to be timing these things as best they can, even though they still have a significant advantage overall playing it on mid. Even though they're down one player, the respawns are already up, and Jarrett, basically being a demo man, is basically two players, so not really any opportunity for them to push out. And now we've reset.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of this, I feel. High Five running through this yard area. Like I said, you don't really need to commit any sort of, you don't need to commit your medic to do this. The thing is, you can spam and you can walk in a yard and it's not gonna be able to be denied by a soldier right off the bat. So we're going to see a lot of that aggression into that lower area, as we do see Garbuglio finally sack and Trip counter. But that's what these high invite teams will do. They'll never let you take the pressure off. As another pick coming in on the side of Ford Gaming, I don't think they're going to be able to push considering the respawns are in, but I really like this aggression so far from Cafe Monster.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of keeping the pressure. It seems like they know what they need to do in these positions, just like how Ford Gaming knew how to get the better exchange in all of their pushes. And now Garbuglio sitting inside the window, does rotate out, waiting for a little buff before he can go for his play, but Yosh is waiting patiently. He's got the Rap Assassin out, but Garbuglio doubles back, goes to lower, tries to get an opening here, dodges a rocket, takes it to the skies. He's got eyes, but May will not be his prize, and he goes down. With Reimu also trying to follow up there, Jarrett close eye on that sticky will take it down, and that's going to be Ford Gaming in a position to take some heads.
Oh,
Sandblast was really far back, apparently.
Yeah, Trip tried to bomb in from lower to countersec, but instantly got directed and had to back up. But that just goes to show how difficult it is to push back into this midpoint, because even though they had two picks on the exact same spawn wave, about 20 seconds or so, they still couldn't muster up anything, because it's so easy to defend and take that exchange. That's why it's so amazing to see Froyotech do what they do and push off one-man advantages constantly, because no other teams, even these guys, even, the players that we're seeing do amazing things in this game, they can't muster up, the positioning to do that, so I hope that they can later in the series, but right now, Sniper, game's going to slow down, Reimu's going to try and get some picks and saw.
Slow down? Excuse you. This is definitely a really good sniping ground. There are so many ways that Ford Gaming has positioned themselves that really lends them to vulnerability to a sniper. Meanwhile, Reimu just casually walks into stickies and rockets and gets juggled. And now Saigai, very low on HP, tries to make a play here, but won't make it happen. He goes down. So the counter-sack doesn't work for Ford Gaming, and I think that might be enough, potentially, for Cafe to do stuff. I mean, one less soldier might be enough. They're working their way in through the grass, lower yard. Garbuglio waiting patiently inside of Saw while the respawn Reimu is coming through. And Sandblast juggled very low on HP, and May also getting low on health. That's going to be still just dancing, bobbing and weaving, and Cafe just kind of backs off. They had an opportunity, but they're playing on the side of caution.
Yeah, that was a really interesting play there. Medic was basically committed into second, and like I was saying earlier, Snakewater is one of those maps where you can do that. You can push your Medic really deep into the valley area and get away without even using. Neither team's used because there's so much room on second to kite that it becomes very difficult to force the Uber at the end of the day.
And I gotta say, just as a quick aside, you don't see this very often. It's Spy Guy.
Oh no. Oh.
And a pause, which you know, every time you see this, you know what happens. They get a pick on the medic, and then there's a tactical disconnect pause.
Oh, you think some grime is going on?
Oh no. But I do think no, I don't think that's happening, not at all. But I've seen this. This is like a superstition of mine, okay?
Okay.
Whenever there's a medic with full Uber and a potential for a medic to lose Uber, and then there's a pause before that can happen, usually I like to correlate to there's going to be a drop in the next 90 seconds.
We will see. I don't know. I've never seen Side play Spy one time in my entire life, but he's really far back right now. No one knows he's on Spy, definitely. And this is kind of a counterplay to how aggressive Cafe Monster is playing, because when you are the medic and you're pushing into this valley area, just like Zilly's doing right now, they're getting ready to get aggressive. They're going to be looking in front of them, you know. They have to. You know, all the enemies are in front, on point, on bats, on the shed. You can't really be looking around for a spy in this situation. So this timing from Saigai is really, really good. Like, you know, it's the perfect time basically to go spy. So I hope it works out. And I wasn't expecting it, but it definitely interesting.
Yeah, and I honestly would say a little questionable because Saigai is just such a phenomenal DM kind of player. It seems like really unfair. Maybe they're trying to use it as a, you know, an opportunity of surprise. Saigai just died. There's definitely not going to be a spy, but unfortunately that's not the case. However, I do think they could have done the same thing with just another player switching to scout, one of the scouts trying to do a spy play, but I'm not discrediting Saigai's ability as a spy. I just think his presence as soldier might be the thing that would make a difference in this upcoming exchange in second.
You know, I don't think we did it for the first map, and it's 0-0 still, so what you got any predictions for this one?
5-3, go into Cafe.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a good scoreline. I'm saying, well, I gotta go the opposite of you now, because then it's just boring, right? So I'll
No, it's
say-
not boring. If you're right, we end at the end of this Snakewater map. I want to see a map 3, dude. You just proved me wrong. How many rounds can Ford pull out? If you believe, how many rounds is Ford gonna win?
I think Ford gets 2 rounds. You say 3, I say 2. We'll make a half medium.
All right, 2.5. It'll go to Golden Cap.
Yeah.
And then somehow in the Golden Cap, Cafe will win their 5th round.
Exactly.
And then it'll be 5-2.5.
But we have an update here on the Froyo map.
No,
1.
we do not have an update on that game because if you're viewing this on YouTube or if you're trying to enjoy the happy lady of I'm enjoying this game right here, right now, that's what's going to happen.
Yes.
No spoilers here.
This is what we need to be focusing on right here. So we see Zilly in midair right now. Okay, he's mid-jump. How does... Okay.
No, I'm with you.
How does this work?
Well, typically a player has access to what is known as the jump button,
Oh, okay.
and thankfully, I think High Five has also discovered this. Even Reimu, no, not Reimu.
30 seconds.
Reimu has not discovered this, but Yosh definitely has also acquired this skill. So 3 players in the server seem to know what it's about. And I think because 2 of those players are on Cafe, the advantage is theirs.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. We see. Oh, Trip. Well, look at Trip's positioning right here. I don't think you can get there without jumping. So he's not jumping now, but I'm assuming that he's figured it out.
Ends in 30 seconds.
See, he could have also just surfed a rocket. Oh, but you would have to hit spacebar for that. So you know what? I'm gonna call that a retroactive yes. Trip did use the spacebar, the jump button. Unless you're Orzo. I forget what Orzo's spacebar button is.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
I would assume it's detonate stickies.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So according to our close-up, we've scrutinized it, and yeah, the boy has air in his shoes. He is floating.
Oh, some new developments. Yes, he's actually off of the ground. I repeat, he's off of the ground.
Also, I tried to get a close-up of Garbuglio, but for all that I can see, it looks like his shoes are touching the floor. But if we go over to my boy... Oh, May! May is floating! Can we get a confirmation from console? Consolmation. Yeah, this is what we do to kill time here, folks. Welcome to teamfortress.tv. We hope you're enjoying yourself. We're hoping to get back into the action here. We don't have any update from any of the players because that would be a spoiler from the future. But I am certain if one of the players in this production crew were to ask Sandblast, we would have a hearty response. Hey, our boy, Psy Guy went into the bathroom after swiping the spy, and he fell into the toilet.
If you look in the middle of Snakewater, you see the water. I never realized how dirty it was. I wonder what's going on in there. Is it just snakes that make it so dirty, or what?
I think that's where Psy Guy went to the bathroom. And that's what caused the displacement of water.
And the pause, yeah. Sai's peeing in the middle of Snakewater. We can't play right now.
Alright, so we've got a request from chat to do the hat analysis breakdown, and I gotta agree with this. The question is, do we want to delve into the route of the lore behind the hats, or are we just going to cover the hats' quality? Because right now, I think May has topped it all with a fabulous do. I mean, he's got that little handsome little tweak of that hair over to the left side. Very stylish. No hat to his name, just some glasses. What would you say about that?
I have no hats on.
So I'm the only person here who has any sanity left, and I gotta say, AIM going with the classic rack, exquisite rack to be exact. Gonna be rocking. Who am I thinking of? Platinum had the pot. Who am I thinking of? No, it wasn't Tyrone. Who am I thinking of, Tambo? Who is an ancient... It's not Relic. Relic didn't wear antlers, did he?
I don't think... Well, Lansky wore the bot Tyrant's helm. Sometimes. Well, Banny used to wear the rack. He used to wear, like,
yeah,
the confetti
Banny's a rack wearer. Who knows? Someone from the I-46 documentary. Maybe a European. A sweaty European. Likes the exquisite rack.
Yeah, they all have nice racks up there.
Mm-hmm. It's because it's colder that they have exquisite racks. Because where else would you find antlers?
Here, I'll ask one of these players. Let me ask Yosh. He's up one. Actually, I just don't have him tagged.
Moving on with our hat analysis, we have 2 unusual players in the entire server at this time. I can't confirm it from Guy, but I think it's safe to assume that the Soldier demo main in Invite does not have a spy unusual. We're going to go to our first one. This is a classic. Jarrett rocking not only 1, but 2 smoking-themed unusuals here. Although the Aladdin's lamp is not an unusual, it still has that smoking effect. And Jarrett definitely blazing it with his age-old, I forget the name of the hat, but it's that pimpin' hat. Rocking the smoking
the Hustler's
effect.
Hallmark?
Yeah, there it is.
That's a great one, man. Well, I got confirmation that the cause of the pause was trip crashing. So, Samblas said it's been a good bit. No ETA given, but yeah, continue on with your hat analysis. It's just a player crashing or a player lagging out. I don't think it's anything too bad.
Yeah. And over on the side of Sandblast, I gotta say, he's trying a little too hard here, if I'm being honest. I mean, the purple confetti, that's a choice unusual. It's low-key. It's got some kind of unique. I'm not a fan of the purple because it's a little bit too pink for me. I'm more of a fan of the green confetti overall. But it's everything else he's got on. He's got the buds. He's got some fancy goggles going on. I think the goggles are a part of the purple confetti unusual. And I gotta say, the white is really throwing it off for me. It looks just a little too gaudy. Yes, I concur, Tambo.
Yes. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for your epic no hats mod analysis for this segment.
Oh, as you can see, Delpo has no hats, and neither does Dr. Chang or AIM or High Five, and that's my hat analysis.
Yeah, wonderful. Meanwhile, Dr. Chang, aka Zilly, rocking something close to a hairstyle / goggles setup, glasses setup perhaps, that resembles that of a certain anime. The name escapes me, but he is the father of Shinji, who should get in the robot. And that's all I have to say about that. Also, fun fact, I'm going to Garbuglio, and you can't quite see it, because Garbuglio's changed his name. He's no longer Purple Shirt, but High Five is wearing what is a remnant of that legacy. He's got the chicken hat in dark purple and some flops. Garbuglio used to be a purple-hatted wearer himself.
Can I just get an F in chat for every single person on both of these teams who has work tomorrow in the morning? Because if this goes to a third map, I know I'm fine with it. I'm willing to watch TF2 all night. Play some TF2 later. But everyone on this team, I think they got either 9 to 5s or something of the sort. So I really hope that they get up tomorrow well rested somehow, even though that's not possible. And I hope they have a great day at work.
That's a good sentiment, but none of them are going to hear this because after they finish, they're not going to rewatch the match they just played for 3 hours.
Unless
they're
they
going to go
win.
to bed, and your hope is lost.
Yeah.
Your well wishes have fallen on deaf ears, Tambo.
Well, if it happens, if they do have good days at work, I'll ask them about it. I'll ask them about their days.
So here's what we're going to be doing next here. We've seen this before in an ancient era of TFTV, but right now we're out of words. Words is hard, and we need break. So because break words hard, we're going to have Console rocking a rave party using his own music and the pause of this game. We will be back into action within 5 seconds of the unpause, so we hope you guys will enjoy this presentation. Thanks to Console. Hello. Thank you for choosing Snakewater Tours. We're going on a magical journey today in the land of Pauseville so that we can kill time and explore some of the lesser known secrets of Snakewater. My name is Ro and I'll be your captain for this flight. Join us as Console takes us to last on Red. Over here, behind the last point, is a lovely little hideaway. There's a bent door, but behind it is a secret compartment where the boiler legs. In this area, we can see the beauty and the majesty of why the enemy team is trying to capture Snakewater. These boilers are very powerful
What
and
is going
serve
on?
to power Tambo.
What is going
Welcome.
on?
We are on a magical journey through Snakewater during this pause to explore unseen areas.
I got some I got some info on the match. I see you're very busy looking at boilers right now. Apparently Trip cannot reconnect, so instead of him, the sub Waldo will be playing.
Oh, for a second I thought you were going to say Corsa.
Corsa? I thought Corsa was
Corsa's
on
on Cafe.
Yeah. No, Ford Gaming has Waldo, older player. He's gonna be playing Roamer. I hope it works out. I hope it works out for them. I think he should be joining the server soon.
Thank you for the update. And let us continue our journey through the power of electricity. So if we go straight above the boilers, we'll see these conductors are carrying this rope over to a larger extractor of this energy. And this powers the telecommunications on the other side of the Snakewater Lass. Ta-da! And down this desert road leads to an empty void where nothing can be seen or heard. But that's okay because we're not traveling too far, friend. We're keeping it nice and calm. Over here now, as we continue through the lobby of Red, we're going to snake our way up to Cheese, where we will find ourselves entering a new area of exciting wonders to behold. Follow me now as we go through the saw room and past Garbuglio's lovely stance guarding it, and we'll make our way over to what appears to be a train on the right side, up and to the corner. Over here in this corner, we have a train that is not connected to anything. It is simply a crate service. But that's okay, because this sawmill is on the opposite end, on the blue side. That is where we will find our logging industries, here in the Snakewater Secrets Tour.
Oh, very chromatic.
Welcome now to the lovely hum of the saw blade. And hopefully you can hear my voice as we continue this coverage of the Snakewater Secrets Tour. And I think you will find it very lovely. In fact, if you look over to the logs that are being sawed in half by the saw. Tambo, what do you think of this lovely view?
I can't hear you. The saw
Agreed.
is too loud.
I think we should turn away from the saw because it's just a little too loud. Ooh, that's much better. Oh, thank you, console. Give a round of applause in chat for our camera guy. Oh, and we're live! We're going into the action, and Jared has just taken out Garbuglio, who was inside of the saw, and now the spy guy is making his way through. He's got his eyes on aim, but can't make it happen here, and Dr. Change, aka Zilly, was very low on HP, but is rotated back to the choke, and now this action is happening. The exchange is going on, and Sandblast is making them flash for their life, and AIM might not survive. He's going to try and make his way out, and he does survive, get onto the shack, and now the rest of Ford Gaming is working in full force. They're trying to get some control onto this mid, and they're trying to get all the action and ground they can, but Garbuglio is got something to say about that, with a little help from AIM, and the rest of the Cafe monsters, they're pushing forward, and it's looking like potentially Ford Gaming has to back off here, which is definitely tough because Trip, who is very low on HP, is going to disconnect from the server at any moment. It's going to make it very, very difficult for Ford to defend, and Cafe is making their way through the lower yard. High Five, once again, taking his forward position into this yard, but a little bit over aggression might get them caught out as Trip has sacrificed himself for Delpho.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic bounce from Trip. While he still has a few moments left in the server before he lags out. Great cleanup there by Sandblast and company as well, as Zilly escapes with his life. 76% Uber on him. HUD still haven't updated yet. I'll get that in a second, but bit of an ad here on the side of Ford Gaming. It doesn't look like they're going to be using it. So we do see, I don't believe Trip has disconnected from the server at this point yet, but a refight coming. Oh my god, Jarrett just destroyed Zilly and Reimu, dropping the Uber through that kitchen area as they tried to refight. What a heads-up play by Jarrett. Nice trap.
Yeah, the HUD's still broken, but I know that's really sorry. I just had a coughing fit. Down the wrong hole. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Zilly, no Uber to work with because he just now respawned, and May and the rest of Ford Gaming are going to be making a lot of action here. But Trip is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, we have a bit of a posturing up in
Oh no,
lobby
Trip
here.
is still here. I'm sorry. He was just hidden from my sight somehow.
Yeah, his name isn't appearing for me. Anyway, the Uber advantage push does come out here, as Jarrett's going to be able to take down that gun relatively quickly. A little bit of time on point, about half capped. This is a really bad post Uber though, as Garbuglio takes down May right off the bat, and high five is going to be up on heavy, able to get arrow tanked if need be, but yeah, Ford is going to tuck tail and dip out of here because there's no real kills to be had. Jarrett's going to go down really late, so that's probably going to make them not be able to hold mid if they deny that spawn. But they're pretty slow on this, so they could potentially refight here.
Yeah, it looks like the rest of Cafe Monster haven't really come through, and Sandblast is in a great position to go for a back cap. He's going to wrap through into the face of AIM and take him down with one easy shot, but he will not survive the second follow-up through by Garbuglio, who is also on top of Yosh from lower. Takes him down, and the cap is finished off. The Uber got forced off from Zilly. The pause ends. Waldo will be joining soon, and we'll be going into Ford's new lineup, featuring a potentially untested, even though he's a veteran, an untested roamer in this format, in this chemistry, team chemistry.
Yeah, I haven't seen much from Waldo in a long time. He might have even stopped playing after I started, like 5 years ago, but either way, it's what they have to deal with it. So they're going to be playing differently, obviously, probably a bit more passive, and I hope that maybe, I don't know if map 3 can be delayed a little bit if it goes to that, but...
Trip is back.
Oh, Trip's back?
And then Jump Uranium join Blue.
Wait, look at his avatar.
Oh, that might be Trip.
I think it's Waldo, because it's where's Waldo on the avatar. It just has his name.
Oh. Actually, that's because the HUD's still broken.
Maybe.
It's disconnected.
He's gone again. Well,
and now there's action going on because Garbuglio's deep onto the point, and May searches away with care and grace. And Yosh, who's playing inside this, just his presence alone is scaring out these players. Cafe Monster cannot commit to a yard push. He's going to be rotating out.
Yep, they are able to posture up with this sniper in the forward spawn, so any aggression from lower is probably going to be stinted pretty quickly. But if you're Ford Gaming at this point, the play probably is to just like sneak a round in or two and then play really, really defensively. You don't really want to try new strategies, really aggressive strategies without your full roster because you just don't have that synergy. You don't have that timing between your two soldiers. But right now I don't know if it's 5v6 as we're watching this, but I'm pretty sure it is. And an Uber comes out, but the trade is not quite gonna happen quite yet. May is content to just take all these shots and dodge the damage. Not 1 point of damage quite yet onto May, but 2 kills is going to make them pop this Uber. And now, since there's only 5 players on the side of 4 Gaming, they have to back up. It's not like Cafe Monster is just going to give them ground for not having a 6th player. It's unfortunate, but it's the fact of the matter. And holding this last point is going to be pretty difficult as well, I assume.
Yeah, the push is coming in from Cafe, and they've taken a little bit of damage on the side guy. Takes him out quickly, and Yosh is trying to rotate around this crate, but can't survive long enough. Sandblast has been fighting a soldier all on his own, and we'll go down to it. So that's an easy frag for the Cafe Monster Rebirth, who finish off their first cap in the wake of poor Waldo's trying to get his ground here. He keeps connecting and keeps getting kicked. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is so unfortunate, especially after you're an underdog team and you take the first map and you want to keep that momentum going into the second half. They're just... Oh, there's nothing else. I would be so disappointed if I was them, but they have to keep going. I thought Sandblast was on Engie there for a second, but I guess he switched off. Oh, no, he is. I was looking at the wrong side. So they're content to just give up mid, fight from second, and I think they're maybe just gonna try and force him off and then force them and then get back to last, get back to their sentry gun, because without Waldo here, it's gonna be a 4v6 with Sandblast at last. So hopefully they can get this force. It looks like Cafe is posturing up in that saw side and is gonna be taking this push through window or just saw.
Yeah, they're getting a call for heals. Garbuglio ready to roll. Timing is now. The Uber comes through. They're trying to get into this exchange, but May wisely backs off. Waldo has once again rejoined. Hopefully this will be a significantly more, successful connection. But,
yeah, hopefully he upped his game, but for the time being, it's possible that Trip can get his internet back. That it's never been out for more than 2 or 3 minutes at a time on this ISP, so if it comes back, Ford is doing the right thing in parking the bus. They want to waste as much time as possible, just in order to get their 6 back in here. But right now it looks like Cafe. I don't know if this is a. Oh, they're just building the Uber up here. They're probably just going to be taking this directly into them. I can't imagine they're going to be sacking or anything. Oh, they actually have a gun here, so yeah, I'm imagining they're just going to posture up on this left side and take an exchange, try and get some players behind, get some frags.
Actually, if we think about it, it's basically 6v6 right now.
Yeah, the gun, the extra player. We could say that. I don't think Cafe is thinking that.
Yeah, Cafe, at the behest of Sandblast, who's saying, go, play, win. He's calling for them to sack even, but he's just trying to bait them into a sentry. He knows what he's doing. He's coaxing them, and they are ready. They're not going to be holding back any longer. They're going to commit to it, and I gotta be honest, where's Waldo?
Waldo, I'm not sure, maybe he's having some more troubles, but it looks like the Ubers are going to be popped off here. Delpo actually going to get taken down by Sai, completely alone on that right side. Waldo finally joining back, and Yosh going to get a sniper kill. I don't think, yeah, Sandblast switching off that gun, so they're actually going to be trying to push through this Bats area with these 2 picks. As Cafe Monster going to be pushed back really far. Aim Mike Crater on this lower area. Missing the arrow is Ski, so they're going to be able to push through Bats pretty clean here. I can't imagine they're going to be stopped by anything. The second bomb going to be denied just as well as the first, and with the respawns coming in here from Cafe Monster, I think they're going to have to back up lower.
Oh, but High Five is going for last. There could be a potential here for a cap. They've stopped the point, and Sandblast is rushing back, but he's taking so much damage, and that's going to be the cap. Cafe Monster with a solid play, wrapping from lower. Sandblast sniffed it out, but he just wasn't quick enough with the shots to stop.
Yeah, that sucks. High Five with the heads up play, running through lower with that player just getting the round win. But still on this mid, it looks like Waldo's having connection problems. We got a sentry gun going up. I can't lie, it's a bit disheartening to cast this because it's just so unfortunate. It's like these strats aren't normal. Like you wouldn't see someone build a sentry gun on their second during a mid fight in any sort of normal situation. So it is really unfortunate that they're having to deal with this, but like I said, they're doing the right thing and trying to delay, and I hope maybe they can get some picks, maybe get a round or 2 rolling in. It's just so hard with a sentry gun. Like, that's such a defensive class, and switching back is so time consuming. 5v6 in general, but Cafe, they have to take advantage of it. Looks like they're posturing up in Saw. I think they're going to get ready to do a demo Uber here. Maybe they're just trying to spot out the gun. I'm not quite sure yet, but yep, the gun coming in as the exchange will be popped off soon enough here, I'm sure. The Uber getting held for a long time here by May. They might not even have to pop, as it looks like it was a solo Uber. High Five is behind, though.
And here is Waldo. Finds his mark in front of the saw, tries to get a little bit of damage off, but can't quite get his target. And so High Five, who is also in the back lines, trying to cause a little bit of havoc here, will pick off Sandblast a second time in the back lines before falling down. And Jarrett is almost all alone to himself on this battle mess, but will be rotating out and just barely snakes his way through. And the pop comes out from May and Saigai, who are a powerhouse on their own. Jarrett was so close to killing Zilly with one more sticky, but he got killed and the sticky exploded out of defeat. And now it looks like the rest of the Ford Gaming crew have fallen It is just Sandblast alive, and Waldo has once again reconnected a little bit faster this time, so we got to give him credit there.
Yeah, Delpo hits a really nice shot right there onto the jumping soldier to save his life, so they're going to be able to get the second point. Oh, Trip actually is
Waldo.
that? Oh, that was Waldo. Okay, so
Waldo actually got the kill
Yeah,
moments before being kicked out of the server.
Oh,
He
no.
is playing this game 1 20-minute life. He is doing like the Edge of Tomorrow gameplay where he only has 15 seconds to make a difference, and every single time he has to do it better than the last, and this time it actually pulled through. It worked. He got the frag, and Cafe Monster has been staved once again.
That was actually epic. He comes in, jumps the medic, able to get the 2 rockets on him, instantly disconnects. You know, that's his invite experience right there. You know, he's 1 for 1. He's a perfect player.
And then he dies once again. Gonna have to relearn that pattern the next time he spawns. And he's gone, says Psy Guy, who's teasing at the loss. There it is. That confirms it. This hasn't come up in a while. This means that finally there's probably grounds for him to be able to connect and not disconnect this time around. So I'm very hopeful that this will work out for Cafe and for it to play guns blazing and no more disconnect issues. Because that's the first time we've seen that message. I think that means that whatever situation was happening that was causing these issues should be resolved now that hopefully Waldo has the client installed correctly.
Yeah, hopefully he can get his client up and running. We do see a sniper duel on this left side, Sandblast versus High Five. High Five going to be able to take the better of it, and now that's just going to 4v6 now. They're going to be able to walk in for free. You can't really hold all the doors, as Jarrett, pretty isolated. The gun's going to be able to go down to spam. Trip, or there you go, not Trip. Waldo jumping in, dying. He's still here. So that's good, but the Ubers do get popped off, and oh my god, Yosh is popping off, killing 2 players on that right side, and he's gone.
Yeah, Yosh has shown this before. Oh my goodness, everything is lagging on my end. I don't know if it's just me, but wow, I am actually playing at like 11 FPS right now, and I have no idea why. I might have to reconnect here. But I just wanted to point out, Yosh has shown this before when they were playing on Propaganda. He just pulls out the insane snipes every single time when he's playing defense, and I hope it will continue at this time. Right now, though, I need to reconnect.
Yeah, Sandblast is... he's taunting the bear right now. He's like, win faster, and it doesn't look like these connection problems are going to be... Well, I mean, what else can you do other than hit these shots? Yosh proving himself on the sniper class, not like he needed to, but he's defending this point very, very well. Able to pressure into lobby here, and yeah, I don't know. As the time winds down, I guess it's better for Ford Gaming to reset the round rather than hold their own last, but as soon as they reset the round, they're going to be in the same situation where they can't even fight mid. So we're gonna see what happens. High Five pushing this left. Oh, is he going to win it against Yosh? He wins it against Yosh. Won it against Sandblast before, so great job by High Five.
And here comes the aggression from AIM, who's just gotten the force off. May tries to push forward with the help of Side Guy to try and get this exchange so that they can get all these flashes, and it does work out in their favor. They're going to have to pull some players back here. 1-for-1 exchange. High Five goes down to Sandblast. He falls to AIM. And now, with even numbers, no Ubers to defend with, they're going to have to hope that maybe they can pull something else out. And Pudis, aka Yosh, hits the shot onto Reimu the Scout, but there's still so much frag potential coming out from Cafe Monster, and they've got the medic on the point, but Delpo is the last one alive, and High Five is a respawn. So once again, Ford Gaming pulls out a miraculous defense, thanks to, you know, just the number of heart and resolve of Ford Gaming to not lose this despite losing Trip.
Yeah, you know, we could do this Quake Live style, you know. If it's 6v5, someone on the other team, maybe they should disconnect. But I don't think that's going to happen. We're playing for too much here. Too much pride. Too much of those sweet dozens of dollars. And, yeah. Unfortunate from Waldo getting a taste of invite soldiers getting airshot as he jumps in. trying to make something happen, man, before he disconnects again,
I
which he already
know.
did.
It's truly a great resolve of his to just go fast. He's really putting his rocket jumping skills to test, and he gets in quick. He has 2 rockets to his name, and he's got to make it happen when he gets to the front lines. So we'll see what happens when he reconnects in the next 30 seconds. But honestly, if we're being fair and honest here, Cafe Monster is basically treating this like a one-man sack, and is resolving how they're going to handle it when they come back in. And so they're honestly playing this as if it was just a feeder, which I think is fair.
Yeah, it's a good point. There's only 7 minutes left in this half. We're probably gonna see Cafe Monster close this half out before that happens, but it would be ideal for Ford Gaming to... Okay, hear me out. The ideal strategy would be have Waldo connect as the mid-fight happens and time this round out, but there's no time for that right now, as Ubers are exchanged, and the demo does go down as well as the pocket on the side of Cafe, so oh my god.
Yeah, you have to retry if you're getting the low FPS. That's okay. We can radiocast this because Ford Gaming has so many players alive, and no one from Cafe is committing. They're kind of backed off here. Silly died to that headshot as we got kind of cut off there. I apologize for that, Tambo. But now, Garbuglio has managed to avenge Silly, picking off the sniper who was trying to peek his way out from last. And Cafe Monster is now getting their medic back into the front lines here. Uber is heavily in favor of May, but only by about 20-30%, and it's dwindling every single second. Cafe Monster is committing to a push. They're walking into the face of a sniper, or not a sniper, a pyro, Sandblast, who's just spraying and praying. Saigai goes down from Delpo, who's walking forward. He's got the stickies, and is catching out so many extra players. He's got eyes on a pyro who's wrapped around the box, is rushing to the point here, trying to airblast some of these stickies, but it's not working out for him. The respawn, Yosh, though, is going to be doing some help, and Waldo, he's got 1 life to live, and he's going to make it happen. He's bombing, he's ducking, he's hit his medic, and he's keeping the demo man out of the fight. He's killed Delpo, but it doesn't matter because High Five is the last one alive. He's on the cap. Jared snakes his way through with the perfect pogo off of the ground. And with Waldo, who just disconnected, that's a perfect defense from Ford Gaming. They are not giving up at all.
Yeah, they're really trying. That was a great play by Jared. Piped the scout on point with the pogo, like you said. But it's actually pretty incredible that they're able to hold this point with 5 players. It's like Alamo-esque. They're doing it, you know, they want reinforcements, they're begging, but Colonel Travis and Davy Crockett, they're holding down the fort. It's Sandblast and Psy at this point, but the point's gonna get capped out there as there's just not enough heads anywhere near the point to stop that aggression. As the first half, unfortunate to say, but it does go in the favor of Cafe Monster.
So we're at the half. Sandblast is saying we get a 15-minute half. We're using all of it. So I think they're going to try and resolve. I think that's fair. I don't know why Cafe Monster would be opposed to giving them as much time as possible so that there can be a proper thing. Trip, who is in our chat, has been communicating with us, you know, just with the chat, hanging out. But Trip is still restarting his shit over and over to get his net back. So I assume he's just got, you know, like Twitch up on his phone. And we're still waiting on it.
Yeah, we'll see some updates as the game progresses. But if this continues, I don't know if this can be rescheduled at this point. Like we thought earlier. The ESEA admins, I don't know how...
There's definitely a potential that the last round can be postponed. I don't know for a fact if that can happen, but I'm sure it can be, given the circumstances, set up. But I don't know if they could even go as far as a half, you know, rescheduled a half. And they'll play the second half, simple as it is. There are 3 up for Cafe, but unfortunately, we won't know until at least these 15 minutes of the half elapse. So.
Yeah, we have we're gonna have a big pause here, so I'm not sure if we want to like cut it to some more jams. But I guess
we'll go to the jams. The Snakewater Secrets tour has ended.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more secrets on Snakewater. It's pretty straightforward.
There is one thing we can talk about before we go to the music, and it's very simple. You just got to go to the blue cheese.
Oh, yes.
There is a hole in the wall, a mouse hole.
Aptly named.
Yeah, that's why it's the blue cheese. That's it. That's all there is to it. You can go to music now.
Update. Oh, wait. Before we go to music, update on Sandblast. Waldo is stable in ESEA, so he's not disconnecting. So they're actually going to be playing with 6 players starting in this next half. This is an update I just received, so I'm assuming that there's not going to be a 15-minute pause in between, but I'm not sure how quickly they're going to get Waldo back in.
Waldo fixed his ESEA. Pog says high five. Sai's got a shower, though. I'm not sure if that's a meme. I typically use that excuse whenever there's a delay in a scrim. Wow. Sai guy, gotta get ready for work, LMAO. So it's actually not a meme. What I thought was a meme where I type in chat when the scrim's delayed, BRB, our scout's taking a shower. Apparently that's actually a thing. Some players actually shower in TF2, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's blasphemous. I don't know about that, but...
We can briefly go to music as Waldo is disconnected.